Hi everybody, it's Kate. Today I am talking about another movie, and that movie is a Disney Channel original movie called Cloud 9, and it's about snowboarding. So, our main character, her name is Kayla. She is a snowboarder on the Swift team, and there is a really popular competition coming up that her team wants to win. She's dating Nick Swift, whose dad runs the team. The dad is a hard ass. By the way, Kayla's dad owns the resort that they all live at. Like, it's like they practice all the time. They're like the popular kids because there's like a school there. It's like a little snow town, I think. We also meet another main character named Will Cloud. And last year he did the competition that they're all doing this year again. And he was doing this like super insane trick that no one has ever done called the Cloud 9 that he created because his last name is Cloud. But he failed and got hurt and has never snowboarded since. So he's like has a lot of trauma from it and he doesn't want to do it anymore. So he currently works at his mom's dog kennel place where like people at the resort can bring their dog. A few of Kayla and Nick's friends they all like go like out snowboarding. They steal Will's sled that just is sitting out. Kayla and Nick are on the sled, and then this is insane. Nick jumps off, so then Kayla crashes through a giant wooden sign, and I thought she was gonna be like injured, but she just gets in trouble for doing that, and then she gets kicked off the team for like not showing good sportsman stuff. I just want to say I did call it from the beginning that Nick Swift's dad wanted Kayla to get kicked off the team because she's not good or whatever. I called it from the beginning, and I was right. Yes, they did give major hints earlier on, but I just want you to know that I called it. I know movies. But anyways, her dad is like, you have to work at the kennel until you can pay the money back. He's like, I have the money to fix everything, but I want you to learn hard work. So it is kind of like the movie I just watched, Cowbells, and I did watch these 2 days apart, so I was like, did I watch the same movie in a different season? Somewhere in winter. She starts working at the kennel and I thought it was gonna be where she's like, I hate dogs, I hate this so much, and she kind of is, but she's like, honestly not that bad. I'm gonna be so real for a minute, and I'm really sorry if you liked this movie as a kid. Will, the guy who hurt himself and now works at the dog kennel, is so annoying. He's like so smug and is like like, I feel kind of bad because it's obviously just like him trying to be like the actor, especially just trying to like show that he doesn't like her. But I was like, this is so annoying. Like, I hate when people try to act like cool and been like, but like mean. And I just keep saying the same words, but I don't know how to express that. It like grinds my gears. Like, I'm Tow Mater in the second Cars movie when he's in the clock with the super agent and the clock is ticking. That's me. Freaking grinding my gears, bro. Pisses me off. Except I don't know how to get out of it.
I'll see you at 3. Sorry to interfere with your busy schedule of shopping and spending Daddy's money.
You don't even know me.
Oh, really? So tell me, what are you good at? Besides accessorizing?
I think everyone knows that I shred major powder.
That's overstating it a bit.
Excuse me?
I've seen you ride. You're decent, but sloppy. You don't finish your moves and your transitions are weak.
Then how did I make the Swift team?
Your daddy owns the resort.
Also, she's the only one who gets in trouble because her 3 friends, Nick and then the 2 other boys, run away from the scene of the crime. So she calls him and is like, why didn't you take responsibility? And he's like, well, I didn't want all of us to get in trouble. I would snitch so fast. You don't even understand it. Actually, it was all of us. Because it's not like that, like, she was the only one who did it. They pushed her to do it. And we're like, no, you go first. Sit down. Honey. No thank you. She talks to Nick and he's like, yeah, I think we should break up. It'll be too distracting whenever I'm trying to focus on the competition that's happening. So she's like, you're breaking up with me? Like, we were on the same team, why are you breaking up with me? And he's like, sorry. So she's like super upset. And also it's so sad because she has to watch the dogs by herself. One of the dogs opens all the cages and then the front door opens of the kennel. All of the dogs get out and she's chasing them around trying to get. It's so funny. And also partially through, this is when she confronts him. Like, she's looking for them and then she sees him, gets completely distracted, doesn't care about the dogs for like 10 minutes. Now I gotta go back and find the dogs. So she finds the dogs, she brings them back. Will and Will's mom are like, are you okay? And she's like crying. She's like, I've had the worst day ever. And she's like, you have a hot bath and take the rest of the day off. It's okay. Like, she's so sweet. And she's like, so you're gonna fire me? And then the mom's like, no, I'm not gonna fire you. And she's like, no. It's so funny. After a bit, she's starting to get, like, more used to it, and she's like, this place kind of looks trashy, and she's like, you know what, like, hey, listen, if you help me snowboard to, like, try to get back on the team and, like, because so she finds out that everyone thinks that she's really bad at snowboarding. And that she's only on it because her dad is rich and keeps her on. So she's actually like sucks. And you know what's worse? The dad also thinks this. Her father thinks that she's bad at it. And I feel so bad for her because she's like, if I would have known I wasn't that good, I would have tried so much harder and I would have done so much better. Can you imagine having every single person in your life, your boyfriend, your teammates, your coach, your father, all like not believing in you and lying to you and telling you that you're really good because she thought she was like the best and she's won competitions? You know what happened? The coach puts her against people he knows she can beat. So her entire life, she thinks she's like this amazing snowboarder. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm so good. We're going to win this competition. Turns out they're all lying. Truman Show ass reveal. Like, I truly would lose my marbles. I get kind of, especially with like younger kids, hyping them up and make sure not to like crush their spirits when they're starting to learn something or like if they're not getting something right away. But there's a difference between like softening the blow of telling someone that they're not very good at something and helping them improve versus just not telling them and letting them not improve and stay stagnant in their mediocreness of a sport or of something like that. It is so mean, and it's such a sad part of this movie that's not really discussed. It's mainly just a way to make her push to be better. It's not like being like, oh my gosh, no one in my life actually cares about me that much. They just care about like my ego, which is such a crazy thing for like a teenager. Kayla and Will come to an agreement where he's gonna help her snowboard again and like figure out how to do it well, and she will remodel the kennel so that more people will come. And she makes it like gorgeous. She does a really good job. Will starts teaching her how to snowboard. Not the Cloud 9 though, because he thinks that's too dangerous for her because he hurt himself last time and he doesn't want her to get hurt. So sweet. And we also find out that a new skier is coming onto the Swift team. Her name is Sky and she is amazing, and her and Nick immediately start dating. Which is so sad because he was like, yeah, I just don't want to get distracted right now. And then she sees them at school and she's like, oh, okay. Cool. They keep learning how to ski. They keep getting closer. Nick is jealous. A lot of this movie is just them kind of like showing that she's like trying different things. And then, you know what's insane? You know what is so insane? There's this like peak, this mountain that like no one does. And people have like died on it and it's super dangerous. And Will is like, hey, you should not do that. Like that is so dangerous. It would be horrible. Earlier that morning, Kayla had heard her dad talking about how he doesn't want her to get her hopes up because she's just gonna fail.
What?
And then she's like not good at this and everything. And it's so mean. I was like,
Well, I hate to see her try so hard only to fail.
Isn't there any chance she might win?
Against the Swift team? Honey, that's impossible.
if I heard a family member talking about me this way, I would lose it. I would lose it so fast. Like, oh, okay, so you hate me. You hate me. I get it. No, don't worry. No. You stop talking. I get it. I understand. I totally get it. It's fine. It's really fine. I don't need my parents to believe in me. It's totally fine. I am so good, actually. I'm actually gonna go to a cliff that I might die on. Bye, guys. You have to take a helicopter ride up. So she goes into the helicopter and she does like a really good job. And it's like newscasted because like, anyone who does it, there's like a camera on the helicopter and showing it. And Will sees it and he's like, why is she doing this? And Nick sees it and is like, whoa, she's like actually improved her skill. And like everyone is like clearly worried because it's like, yeah, this is cool, but it's also like, I don't want her to die. Like even Sky's like, she doesn't say it, but it's like clear where it's like, yeah, obviously she doesn't want her to die. It's not like that bad. It's not that big of a deal. So then she causes an avalanche because like she's snowboarding, and then Will comes up with one of those like snowmobiles. Why did I say one of those things? And he goes with like a snowmobile and he thinks she's dead because she's like this, and then she's like, I did pretty good, yeah? Because for some reason they keep pretending to like die. It's because this dog, one of the dogs has this prank that it plays on people where it rolls over and pretends to be dead. She thought she hit it with a car and it did that. You know, so like I think they're doing that to each other, but it's like, don't do it when you're like, we're buried underneath an avalanche. Not the time to joke. And he does it too where he flops down whenever he's trying to do like a trick. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And he's like, gotcha. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's crazy. That's like if you were like cliff jumping and then you're like, I'm gonna just pretend to sink to the bottom to see if anyone thinks that I'm actually dead. Isn't that so funny? That was like me when I was in a pool when I was little. I would like float upside down and be like, I hope someone notices. No one did. So, like, he's like, okay, like, you got moxie, kid. Let me teach you the Cloud 9. He's not like an old man. I just really wanted to say that. So, he teaches her how to do the Cloud 9, and it takes her a really long time, but she doesn't get it, but she gets, like, very close. Like, she knows the steps to do it, but we don't really know. So then, like, she's trying to do, like, the Cloud 9, and she keeps doing it, and he's like, I don't get why you're so obsessed with this. Like, I know why you're doing this. And he's like, you're obsessed with winning Nick back and getting back on the team. And she's like, that's not what it is. And they have this huge argument, and then he storms back. Look, he storms away, and then he, like, turns around and storms back over and kisses her. But the way he storms back is so funny. I rewound this so many times. I was like, this is so scary. He's like,
I think it's pretty obvious all you care about is winning Nick back.
That's not true.
We're done.
Yeah, we're done. I need to stop wasting my time with guys who don't believe in me.
I don't know why it made me laugh so much, because it's like he's so angry. Like, I was like, is he gonna punch her? Like, what is his face? It's so funny. And it's not that funny, but I found it really funny. And my sisters laughed at my jokes I made about this scene, so I was pretty proud. They are like close now, and it's like, oh my gosh, I really like you. And he's like, yeah, I really like you too. And she's like, I'm not doing it for Nick. I just want to do this for myself and prove it to myself. And he's like, cool. No. But then, like, as she's, like, going home, like, after a long day of practice, because the next day is the tournament thing, or the competition, the coach for the Swift team is like, hey, I want you back on the team, because he's been, like, watching her train, which it's like, how do you focus on your own team, bud? You know, how do you focus on them? So then the next day, the team that they're on, which are called the Hot Doggers. So Will, his two friends, I forgot to mention his two friends. They don't really matter, so it's fine. Will, his two friends, and Kayla are on a team. Then the 4 people on the Swift team are also competing. They're like other people, but it doesn't really matter. Kayla is late, and she comes in wearing Swift merch, like her whole gear up. And she's like, hey, coach. And then Will's like, what? And then Kayla's like, oh, I just wanted to return my stuff. Sorry I left. Sorry I kept it so long. Because, like, when she got kicked off the team the first time, she needed to return her stuff, but she didn't. So then it's like, oh. So then she, like, puts on the she puts on the Hot Doggers jersey and is like, let's go, team. So Nick and Will and all the other men compete. The boys compete. Nick wins barely. Will's still really good, but just, like, not as good because he wasn't practicing all year long because he quit until very, very recently. And then Sky and Kayla compete. Sky does so good, and Kayla has to get, like, a perfect score to win. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna do the Cloud 9. While she's walking up, Nick tells her that the dad told him to make Kayla get in trouble and run her off the thing with the sled.
I steered Kayla into that sign, so my dad had a reason to kick her off the team.
What?
How about we do this afterwards, you guys? How about we do this afterwards? So they have this, like, huge argument, and then Kayla's like, I'm gonna do it even harder now. I'm gonna win even better now. So then Kayla does it, and she freaking does it. She does Cloud 9, which is very cool. She wins the whole thing, so the Hot Doggers win. And that is the end. And, like, everyone's, like, clapping for her, and you can see, like, Sebastian and Nick are like, ooh, maybe we shouldn't have kicked her from the team. But it's also like she wouldn't have gotten good unless she had this cushion removed. And that's not a movie. I like this movie. I just hated all the adults. Because, like, the kids, I can kind of understand, like, especially, like, sports rivalry. I can definitely understand. Because, like, Sky's kind of mean. So is Kayla. They're kind of mean to each other. But the parents, it's like, you guys just, like, don't want your kids to succeed. You don't like your teammates. You don't like your daughter. And it's like, I just don't like movies whenever, like, the adult is, like, the villain. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Because if you do not, you're going to be stuck in an avalanche. So, no matter where you are, an avalanche is coming for you unless you like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. Bye!